Now today we'll learn the Power Query feature of Power BI, right? So how Power Query is being used in Power BI and हम इसके साथ क्या क्या कर सकते हैं, right? So Power Query is a transformation and data preparation tool, right? Power Query is nothing but just a ETL tool. यदि हमें data को upload करना है, because Power BI is a visualization tool, also it is an ETL tool, right? It just provide you capability to clean the data. Multiple data sources से data को connect करो, and then even you just clean the data and then move the same in Power Pivot module, and from there you can just create visualization, right? So now let's see how Power Query looks in Power BI desktop here. So this is the Power BI desktop module, and what I'll do, I'll just connect a simple data source for now, right? So for that I'll just click on transform here. I'll click on transform, and जैसे आप इस पे transform पे click करोगे, this will just navigate you to Power Query module here, right? Here we have Power Query editor one, and this is the window for Power Query, right? And here we have option to connect data from get data from multiple data sources, right? So let's see, here we have the data sources. Either we can just get data from Excel workbook, SQL server, analysis services, text, CSV, wave, right? Blank query, even we can just get data using blank query too, right? And here we have more options available here from where we can just get the data in Power Query module, right? So even we can just get data from PDF, JSON file यदि है तो उससे भी हम data को pick कर सकते हैं, right? So here we have these data sources from where we can just load data, clean data, and perform and then upload the same in Power Pivot module. From there, we can just use that data for visualization purpose, right? We'll just create the appropriate report. We'll create the appropriate chart for that, right? And then we can just publish the same for end user here, right? So for now, I'll just going to connect a simple wave page here, right? So I'll just pick the data from first wave. So here we have the wave. अब इस wave से हमें एक table को pick करना है. Let me just open this wave on first. Let me just open the Edge browser here. I'll just open an Edge browser, and in that I'll just open this web page first, right? Then I'll just connect the same with Power Query one, right? So here we have the web page, right? And in this phase, list of states in India by population. India के जो different states हैं, उसका population का detail है. And here we have the table. अब इस table को हमें pick करना है, right? In Power Query. So what I'll do, I'll just go and then I'll just get the source from wave here, right? Where is the wave page? I'll just pass here wave. Are we getting? इसमें नहीं है क्या? Cancel this. And then here we have the wave page also. So I'll just pick the wave from here, right? And I'll just pass here the URL, right? Direct हम यहाँ पे URL pass करेंगे, and then this will just allow us to get data from this URL. I'll just click OK. एक URL हमने pass कर दिया, and then I'll just pass this. This will take some time, right? And now it is loaded. Okay, so here we have the view from where we'll just pick the table, right? Let it load first. So here we have different tables available, right? So table one, right? That is, we'll just see the preview of this. So this table I don't want. This is the table two, right? Also, I just don't want this table two also. So here we have table 3. I don't want this. Table 4. I also don't want this one. Here we have the table 5. So this is also not the right thing. I'll just see the HTML code here. I'll just see population. So this is something that I am looking for, right? ये different states हैं, territory हैं, and it is the population of that. So what I want, I just wanted to pick this data from web directly. I'll just pass first URL, then we'll just see the different tables populated by available in that web page. Right here we have some two HTML tables, and here we have such table. There are 5 tables available on that web page, right? But we are interested to get this table because I'm just I just wanted to create a state by population from certain year here, right? So I'll just click OK, and then the same will be loaded in this Power Query module here, right? Now it has just generated, auto generated some steps. सबसे पहले इसने source step है, जो source हमने pass किया था, that is created here. Then next here we have extracted table from HTML. It has just extracted the table. Then जो first header था उसको, first जो row था उसको खुद ही इसने header बना दिया, and then also it has just changed the type, data type of certain column as per data available on that column, right? So let it load first, then we'll see. Now this data is loaded here, right? Now it has just loaded, and now here we can see इसने जो भी data type था, as per that it has just given a data type here, right? ये rank था, इसमें हमें 1 2 3 available है. I don't know why it has just set this as ABC, because this is something that numeric. Okay, so here we have some text value available in it, so that's why it has just set it ABC here, right? Then next here we have union territory. So this is a text value, so that's why it is a text here. Now next here we have population, then this one, right? So because इस column में एक एक आपका text value available है, so that's why it has just not converted the same in numeric one, right? इसको numeric इसने नहीं बनाया because यहाँ पे एक NA value available है, right? So what I want, अब हम इस पे स्टेप्स देखते हैं कि ऑटोमेटिक इसने क्या क्या स्टेप्स लगाया है. So this is the first step. I'll just go here and then we'll see that what it has did. I'll just click on this, ये जो, and you'll see that so now here we can see that this was the first step. हमने यहाँ पे क्या किया था, इस वाले पेज पे हमने यहाँ पे URL पास किया था, right? And from this URL we have just picked the data. So this was the first step. Then next step, ये जो दो steps हैं, इसने खुद ही Power BI ने खुद ही intelligently इसको data को just parse किया है, right? So here we have the tables, right? And उस table से इसने data को यहाँ पे pick किया. This is the second step here, right? Adding table using example here, and then it will just get data from that web page directly here, right? So from this web page इसने यहाँ से pick किया है table, right? This is the table and it has just picked from here. Then next it has just, जब initially इस वाले step पे थे तो यहाँ पे हम देख रहे हैं कि here we are just getting column 1, column 2, column 3 and all. देन जब इस स्टेप पे आए हैं, सो पावर बीआई ने खुद ही आइडेंटिफाई कर लिया कि जो फर्स्ट रो है दैट इज समथिंग अ row header, right? So that's why it has just promoted header here, and then I'll just click on this. Here we can see it has just set that as a promoted all scalar type. जितने भी टॉप फर्स्ट रो में थे सबको इसने एज ए हेडर कंसीडर किया, एंड देन इट हैज जस्ट सेट दैट. नाउ अभी जितने भी इसमें आपके कॉलम्स दिख रहे हैं, जितने भी हमारे पास कॉलम है, आई कैन जस्ट सी दैट सबका हमें डेटा टाइप एबीसी ही दिख रहा है, राइट? ऑल आर द टेक्स्ट वन, राइट। इसका डेटा टाइप अभी चेंज नहीं हुआ है, बट जैसे ही हम इस पे क्लिक करते हैं, नाउ हियर वी कैन सी द डेटा टाइप ऑफ एप्रोप्रिएट कॉलम हैज बीन चेंज्ड हियर, राइट। नाउ इसमें सारे के सारे न्यूमेरिक वैल्यू है, so that's why it has just converted this into numeric one, and ये सारे के सारे कॉलम्स हैं जिसमें एक भी वैल्यू यदि टेक्स्ट का है, so that why it has just considered this as a text column, right। इसका डेटा टाइप टेक्स्ट है, but if I just wanted to change its data type from text to other, so here we have option to change it। I'll just go and then I'll just change the data type from so from here I'll just select these columns, right। and यदि हमें इसका data type change करना है, then here we have option to change the data type। I'll just go and then change the data type। I'll just change this to whole number here or decimal value, whatever we have we can just change this। for now this is whole number, I'll just click on this। but जैसे हमने इसको whole number में change किया, right, this will ask you to add either new step और जो current step है उसी को वो बोल रहा है replace करने के लिए। so for now I'm just going to add the new step here। जैसे ही हमने यहाँ पे new step add किया, now you can see इसने इसको चेंज तो कर दिया है न्यूमेरिक में, राइट। हियर वी हैव 1 2 3 सिंबल, बट जहां पे भी इसमें na आ रहा था, नाउ देयर वी आर जस्ट सीइंग अ एरर वैल्यू हियर, राइट। सो फॉर दैट, जस्ट टू हैंडल दिस, व्हाट वील हैव टू डू, हमें इसमें जो वैल्यू अवेलेबल है, आई जस्ट वांटेड टू फर्स्ट चेंज दैट, राइट, रिप्लेस दैट। सो इसमें जो वैल्यू है उसे हमें उसको हैंडल करना पड़ेगा, क्लीन करना पड़ेगा, देन ओनली वी कैन जस्ट चेंज इट्स डेटा टाइप फ्रॉम दिस, राइट। But before just doing this, here we'll see that इसने कुछ steps generate किए हैं, and now even we can just see the code of this in here on formula bar here, and also we can see जो code इसने generate किया है, that code is called M language। The code is just generated in that is in M language। इसके दो पार्ट होते हैं M language में, one is first one was let, and then output जो हमें आता है that was after in block here, right। so इसके steps हैं one by one, इसने पावर बीआई ने खुद ही ये सारे के सारे steps लिख दिए हैं। सबसे पहले इसने बोला कि सोर्स को लोड करो, देन सोर्स लोड करने के बाद दिस इज समथिंग अ वेरिएबल, नाउ दिस वेरिएबल बीइंग यूज्ड here, right, and then दिस इज द सेकेंड वेरिएबल, राइट, जिसमें कि स्टोर हुआ इसका आउटपुट। देन नेक्स्ट थर्ड वेरिएबल में हम इसको यूज कर रहे हैं एज ए, एंड देन इस पे हम ऑपरेशन कर रहे हैं। देन लास्ट हियर वी हैव चेंज टाइप, दिस इज द वेरिएबल वन, एंड यहाँ पे हमने फिर से ये वाला जो प्रॉम्प्टेड हेडर था, वी आर जस्ट यूजिंग दिस वन हियर जस्ट टू चेंज द टाइप हियर, राइट, अकॉर्डिंगली। एंड देन सबसे लास्ट में हमने जो सबसे लास्ट वाला स्टेप था उसको हम रिटर्न कर रहे हैं इनमें, राइट। एंड इन दिस वे पावर बीआई इटसेल्फ जनरेट सम कोड, जो भी हम स्टेप परफॉर्म करते हैं while just cleaning the data, it automatically generates some code, and this code is called this code is written in M language। it is also called mashup language, right। we'll learn this also, right। so now अब इसमें थोड़ा सा हम इसका डेटा क्लीन अप करते हैं, राइट। so here we have some data, this data is fine because हम इस डेटा को यूज नहीं कर रहे हैं कैलकुलेशन में, so इसका यदि डेटा टाइप abc मींस टेक्स्ट है, then it's fine। but here I just want these fields to be used in calculation one, right। so here just I want just will have to do that to some replacement here, right। so I just want to replace the value available in these cells जहां पे भी na है, right। I just want to replace the same with 0, right। I just do, and then here I just click on replace values। I just click on replace values, then this will ask you to replace what you want to replace। so here I'll have to just replace the na n/a, and n/a को हम replace कर देना है with 0। I'll just click OK, and now this will start search, and then this will replace the values na to 0 here, right। अब इसमें जितने भी हैं सब में हमें NA वैल्यू कहीं पे भी नहीं दिख रहा, टेक्स्ट वैल्यू नहीं है इनमें. सो नाउ व्हाट वी कैन डू, आल्सो वी हैव NA हियर, राइट? सो आल्सो वी नीड टू जस्ट replace the NA2 with 0. So I just select this again, and then I'll replace the NA with 0, right? I just go and then select replace this, and here I'll say NA. I replace this with 0 here, and that's it. जो भी आप यहाँ पे स्टेप परफॉर्म कर रहे हो क्लीनअप के लिए, सारे के सारे यहाँ पे ऐड होते जा रहे हैं. सारे स्टेप्स हियर वी कैन सी दैट दैट इज बीइंग एडेड हियर, राइट? नाउ व्हाट आई डू, अब हम इसका डेटा टाइप चेंज करते हैं. आई जस्ट गो एंड देन आई जस्ट चेंज इट्स डेटा टाइप. सो हियर वी हैव द वैल्यू, राइट? ये सारे के सारे हम सिलेक्ट करेंगे इन वन गो, right? And then I'll go and then I'll change its data type from text to whole number here, right? And that's it. Now the data type is changed here, 1 2 3 आ गया सब में. And then here we can see अब हमें कहीं पे कोई एरर नहीं दिख रहा है, right? And जितने भी स्टेप्स हम क्लीनअप के लिए परफॉर्म कर रहे हैं, all the steps are captured here in this way. So this is your Power Query module. This is also called ETL module, right? Extracts, we are just extracting the data from multiple data sources. Then we are just performing the transformation. And then after once transformation is completed, then we load the same in Power Pivot module, where we just perform the data modeling activity, and also we create reports and visualization there. Now let's see here. अब यहाँ पे आते हैं हम, and we'll see that what is Power Query. So as अभी हमने देखा, in Power Query what we are doing, we are just getting data from multiple data sources, right? Then we are transforming that data, performing the cleanup activity on that, right? And then we just load the same in Power Pivot module, where we create data modeling activity, right? So also in Power, so now let's read this one by one, right? So here we have Power Query. Using Power Query, we can just remove the different columns or blanks, right? Conversion of data type from text to number and dates, or whatever we have. Even we can just split or merge, right, data. Now we can just create computed column also, and this task can be completed here, right? So if we'll have to add the computed column and any conditional column in it also, then even we can just add here. So in Power Query module, here we have different tabs. First is the home tab. Home tab, here we have some commands available on ribbon here, right? We can just pick any command as per our request. Suppose if you have to just pick any data source load in Power BI. So in that case, we can use this command here. From here, we can just load the data from different data sources, right? Again, here we have option. If we'll have to create a parameter, then we can just create using this one. If we'll have to refresh the preview, then even we can just refresh the data after just cleanup and all. Then here we have different properties. If we'll have to manage this, then even we can just manage. If we'll have to delete or we'll have to duplicate the things, then even we can just do that. यदि हम इसमें जो कोड जनरेट किया है पावर बीआई ने, यदि हमें उसे देखना है इन पावर advanced editor, then even we can just use this, and then we can see that also, right? If we'll have to add, choose column, right, remove column, keep rows, remove rows, so all these activities we can just perform here itself here, right? Then here we are next tab, here we have transform one. What is this? Let me just cancel this. This will take some time to accomplish. So in transform tab, here we have different commands available. Either we can just group by, right? We can just create new column here, right? Add, sorry, group by, we can just perform the group by. We can use first row as header. यदि हमें change करना है, then we can just use that to transpose, reverse rows, count rows. Is these all activities we can just do here, right? If you have to merge columns, then even we can just do that 2 here, right? Next here we have add columns, right? So if we'll have to create a computed column here, then even we can just do that too, right? Column from examples, right? If we'll have to create a custom column as per some condition and all, even we can just do that from here, right? Next here we have view tab. So here we have, even we can just control the view as per our requirement, right? Even we can see the query dependencies. If we are just getting data from multiple data sources and related data sources, then we can see the dependency of query, right? If in single query we are just using the multiple data sources, then in that case here we can see that. Next here we have tools, right? So in tools, even we can just see different. It seems that इसका जो data source है इसमें कुछ error आ गया है. Do we have internet connection here? I'll just go and then load this again. Okay, so refresh preview पे हमने click किया था, that's right about just. So now here we have the data already that is loaded here, right? So no problem with at all, right? यहाँ से problem आ रहा है. So till here we are good, but यहाँ पे change value on. So this is something that is creating problem. I'll just delete this and also I'll just delete this step 2. अब इसमें क्या है कि this is ABC. I'll add again that step. So here we have anyone. I'll just select and then replace the NA value from this. NA जहाँ जहाँ है, I'll just replace the same with 0 here. Then I'll just click OK and that's it. Now I'll just select, then change the its type to whole number here. And now we are good. Now again, if you just want that, जो सबसे नीचे last wala row है 37, that is total one, right? If you just want, you want that is जो नीचे वाला है, you just wanted to just remove that total हमें नहीं देखना है in this. So in that case, what we can do, even we can just remove this last row from here. I'll just go and then click on here, and we have option to remove rows as per our requirement, right? If we'll have to remove the bottom row, I'll just click on this, and then this will remove the last row from this data set, right? From bottom one row, I'll just click OK and that's it. Now this will remove one row from bottom. अब हम यहाँ पे हम देख सकते हैं कि जो total वाला part था, that is not available here, right? And now we are done with the same part. Suppose ये data है आपका and you just wanted to do transpose it, right? So even we can just do the same in Power Query itself, right? अभी जो हमारा डेटा सोर्स है, जो डेटा सोर्स हमने पिक किया है, दैट इज वेव वन. वेव से हमने डेटा को पिक किया है, एंड देन वी हैव जस्ट अपलोडेड द सेम इन पावर क्वेरी वन. Similarly, what we can do, even we can just pick the PDF data source, and from there even we can just load data in it. So for now, I'm just going to load a PDF data. So let me see if I have the PDF data source also. Yeah. So here we have a PDF data source, and in this data source also we have some data that is table, and we'll just extract that table from PDF data source too, right? So here we have this one is the data source, and I just wanted to pick this data from this PDF one. ये जो table है इसे ही हमें extract करना है from this PDF. So I'll just go and then I'll load this PDF in it. I'll go and then here I'll just click on new data source. I'll click here and then I'm just going to get that from more, and here we have option to get data from PDF also, right? So here we have the PDF one. I'll click here and connect. Then I'll just pass the PDF here directly. So here we have the PDF one. I'll click OK. and then this PDF file will again added here in it. Okay, so here we have all the table listed. जिस पेज पे जो tables है, we can just see that. So just to preview, we can just select a table here and we can see, do we need this table or not, right? So I'm not interested in this table. Again, I'll just go on page 3. No, I'm not interested in this. So now I'm interested in this one. This is something that here we have a territory, then admission and admission, all these are available. Let me just see the data here in two. So largest filmmakers by admission 2019 to 2021 rank 2021. So these are something that it's its admission in million, right? So these there are some territories where some movies has just earned this in millions here, right? So now I just wanted to pick this data for analysis. So I just pick this, select this, and then I'll click OK, and then this data will be loaded here. Now पहले यहाँ पे query 1 था. Now जैसे हमने इसको load किया, now here we have two queries. First query is this one, right? And second query अभी जो हमने data load किया है from PDF here, right? So if you just go on source, then here you see the source is PDF here, right? Here we have the PDF जो file का हमने path दिया है. This is something that. So if we just go on advanced editor here, and then we can see the steps. सबसे पहले source है. Source में हमने PDF dot table. So it has just get the tip, get the data from PDF. तो PDF sources, data sources PDF here. PDF से हम data को extract कर रहे हैं, right? Then file dot contents, and here we are just passing the file path, right? And similarly here also it has just created a variable source. Then ये source यहाँ पे table 004 the next step है, there we are just creating, right, using that source directly here. Then next here we have prompted header. So now this table 004 is being used here as a value here. And then last में यहाँ पे है change type. सबसे last में इसने क्या किया, डेटा को आइडेंटिफाई करने के बाद then it has just converted the same as, just it has provided the same as appropriate type it to it, right? And then so it has also two blocks. First is, one is let में इसने सारा ऑपरेशन किया, and then it has just returned the last जो value stored था, final stored, that is in change type. So that here is, it has returned here, right? Then I'll just click done. Now we are done here. I'll just go on last step, and then we'll see the value here. So if we are agree with this value, then we are good. यदि हमें इसमें कुछ change करना है, then even we can just do the changes here, right? So here we can see the value is 12 plus minus 2019. It is in percentage here, right? So even we can just change this in percentage. Let me just see if we have that option available in it, right? So here we have the percentage one. So if you want to change this in percentage, then even we can just change this in percentage, and now the value is something like this. But this is already in percentage, so just adding the percentage here, it's not, there are no use of this, right? Now this data is also loaded in Power Query module. Now what I'll do, अब हमें, I'll just have to just load, save this, and then load the same in Power BI, Power Pivot module. So for that, I'll just go here and then I'll close it, right? Close and apply here, right? And that's it. अब ये जो दो टेबल्स हमने ऐड किए हैं, both the table will be available here in Power Pivot module here, right? And then we can even see अब इन दोनों में कोई रिलेशनशिप नहीं है, so these two table would be the independent one, right? So let it load it. right? First, then next here we have the Power Query, right? Environment here, right? So even we can just get data from multiple data sources like Microsoft Azure Data Lake, Microsoft Data Source, Microsoft Excel, Microsoft, even we can just get data from Power BI, right? We can just get data from PDF files and all, right? And then that can be just loaded in Power Query here, right? And the data can be processed here. Next here we have the key feature of Power Query, that is it is so we can just connect data in Power Query from various data sources, right? Almost all the data sources we can just connect in here, right? And then you can perform the cleanup activity there. Then even we can just combine the multiple tables, right? Even we can just uh, make here even you can just make your own functions if required, right? And that will work as a as a native functions, right? So Power Query just allow you to create even your own function that can be utilized, right? Utilized just for cleanup activity. Then again next we have Power Query keeps track of your actions and automate process. अब एक बार जो हमने क्लीनअप एक्टिविटी परफॉर्म कर ली, सो हियर इवन वी कैन सी दैट जो भी एक्टिविटी हम परफॉर्म कर रहे थे ऑल द स्टेप्स वी आर बीइंग रिकॉर्डेड हियर, राइट? नेक्स्ट टाइम यदि हमें सेम टाइप ऑफ डेटा से सोर्स हमारा है एंड देन व्हेन वी जस्ट अपलोड द सेम, राइट? और चेंज कर देंगे जो डेटा सोर्स ऑलरेडी हमने अपलोड किया, जस्ट गो हियर, देन यदि हम सेम टाइप का डेटा अपलोड करते हैं फिर से दोबारा, देन वी नीड नॉट टू आई थिंक और जस्ट टू चेंज द स्टेप्स हियर. सो द स्टेप्स हमने जो परफॉर्म किया दैट इज ऑलरेडी अप्लाइड इन इट, राइट? एंड जैसे हम इसमें डेटा सोर्स इसका चेंज भी करते हैं, right? Then all these steps will be applied in it, right? Accordingly, and then that would be something automated one. So we'll get the automated result here. Next, this is your Power Query module. So Power View से हम directly जा सकते हैं Power Query में. So here we have the transform command available in it, right? यदि हमें यहाँ से डायरेक्ट जाना है पावर क्वेरी मॉड्यूल में, सो फ्रॉम हियर even we can just go using transform data tab, right? Command here, and then we can just move the same. Next here we have different component of Power Query. So first was here tab, the second was the re one, right? Second here we have the query one. This is the data here we have, and fourth one is the next. Then Power Query, the query tab, here we have these options available, right? We can just even transform the tables. We can add new tables, modify data types, column division. We can just do that. Other data driven tasks we can just perform here in Power Query section, right? Now we have just already cleaned the data and we have uploaded the same here. So this is something population by rank here, right? So I'll just go and then I'll pick the event territory here, right? And here we have different unit territory is available. So let me just first load this. It is just loading it. Let it load first. Once data will be loaded, so here the data is loaded here. So here we have different union territory of India, right? And then what I'll do, I'll just pass the population in certain year, right? So I'll just go and then add here population, total population here in it. And then as per bubble size, we can see wherever we have more population, the size of bubble is big here, right? Also, if we'll have to add a legend here, right, then what we'll do, we'll just add the rank here too, right? And now we can just see, although this will not work because we have lots of rank in it, right? So here we have the different ranks available, right? As per that, it has just given a different color to all here, right? And now here we have the value available. So in this way, what we can do, we can just create a map chart and then we can show the population of certain year as per ranking. Or if you want to show this as per even the state, right? So even we can just pick the same in legend 2, right? And now here we have the color as per legend 2, right? And this is something that the data of India. So that's why here we are seeing the map in this way, right? And guys, map chart आपके Power BI पे work नहीं करेगा if will not perform certain configuration in that, right? ये क्लियर है, मैंने बता दिया है सबको कि क्या कॉन्फ़िगर करना है. आफ्टर दैट दिस विल वर्क. Next type of chart, here we have field map, right? And even we can just use the field map chart also to do this, right? And here we have the India, complete India here, right? And now even it can just shown in this way. I'll just remove this and then here I'll add uh, legend here, right? And then I just go and then add the legend in this way, right? So here we have जहाँ पे maximum है उसके according now it has just divided it in different colored scheme here, right? Whatever data we have as per that it has just converted the same in that way. Next here we have shape map, right? And this is something shape map is available, right? And in this also we can just create the visualization in it. I'll just remove this for now. And then color saturation, I'll just add the ranking here. And now let's see how this works. Although this is not the right for this. So for this data type, we can just use either field map or we can just create a map chart here, right? And as per that, now we can just show the data. So here even we can just see the different territory also, right? यदि हमें इसके बबल का साइज देखना है, I just wanted to show the same as per the size of, right? And now here we are just seeing the data in this way, right? Now next table we have that is for territory wise. So here I'll just pick this one. Then that is from different country here. So I'll just pick this as a territory. And जैसे हमने data pick किया territory का, now here we have the values. Now I just wanted to show the bubble size as per this. So this is not for all. I'll just use some others. Still it is not showing the slide data because territory में इसने pick किया है. So still this is not picking. Okay, so now it has just filled this. I'll just add this here, right, in territory. And now here we can just see that as per the admission, now the size of bubble for different territories is available here, right? I'll just pass the territory in color also, right? And then here we would have different color for different territory. So in this way, what we can do, we can just create, first we just get the data from different sources that can be the wave or from anywhere. And then we can just use the same here just to create visualize. अब हमने जो डेटा पिक किया है from wave or from PDF, right? Now that is automated one, right? अब ये जो steps हमने यहाँ पे confirm perform किया था for cleanup activity, so now this is समथिंग स्टोर्ड हियर, एंड जब भी हम इसको डेटा को पिक करेंगे किसी अदर इवन सिमिलर टाइप ऑफ वेब डेटा सोर्स या वेब से, राइट, देन दिस विल बी जस्ट so now again and again we need not to perform these steps here to clean the data, right? So this is something your introduction of power query one, right? अभी हमने इसमें दो डेटा सोर्स यूज किए थे. फर्स्ट वन इज द वेव एंड सेकेंड हमने पीडीएफ डेटा सोर्स यूज करके देन वी हैव जस्ट क्लीन द डेटा एंड देन वी हैव अपलोडेड द सेम इन पावर क्वेरी मॉड्यूल, right? So that's it for today guys. Now question is here, अभी यदि हमें मैप इनेबल करना है आपके पावर बीआई में, देन व्हाट स्टेप विल परफॉर्म? एनीवन फ्रॉम यू?
सर अकाउंट
प्रदीप
में
क्या
जाके
करेंगे?
सिक्योरिटी,
हाँ. यस.
सिक्योरिटी में जाके वहाँ पे
कहाँ
सर
पे सिक्योरिटी है?
ऑप्शन आता
हाँ, कहाँ पे
है
सिक्योरिटी
अकाउंट में
है?
जाके,
हाँ,
Go to file
फाइल फाइल पे
फाइल्स.
जाके
हाँ हाँ.
and then go to
देन
the option and settings.
अकाउंट
ऑप्शन एंड सेटिंग, राइट.
Yeah.
देन
ऑप्शन में सर
guys this is something that ये आपको सेट करना पड़ेगा, right? And such kind of question even ask in interviews too, right? सपोज
Yeah.
आप इंटरव्यू देने के लिए बैठे हुए हो एंड उसने आपको बोल दिया कि ये मैप चार्ट क्रिएट करना है, राइट? सो दिस इज समथिंग दैट इज बीइंग आस्क्ड इन इंटरव्यूज टू. सो ये चीज हमें
सिक्योरिटी में
आना चाहिए,
जाके
पता होना चाहिए कि कैसे हम इसका सिक्योरिटी सेटअप करते हैं. सो हियर वी हैव द आरईएस पावर बीआई एंड मैप फील्ड चार्ट, राइट? एंड यहाँ से हम कॉन्फ़िगर करते हैं. ये बाय डिफॉल्ट क्या होता है? अनचेक्ड होता है, राइट? सो फर्स्ट गो एंड देन चेक दिस एंड देन क्लिक ओके एंड दैट्स इट. तभी आप मैप विजुअलाइजेशन क्रिएट कर पाओगे पावर बीआई में, अदरवाइज ये नहीं करने देगा आपको क्रिएट, राइट? सो ओके गाइस, सो दैट्स इट फॉर टुडे. टेक केयर.
Okay.
And we will learn more in
Excuse me,
Power
sir.
Query. We would be just, yes.
सर मैंने ना इंपोर्ट किया तो मेरा इंपोर्ट ही नहीं ले रहे, वहाँ पे लोडिंग नहीं हो रहा है, वो शो नहीं कर रहा है फाइल को.
हाँ, कहाँ